This is Ken from Complete Marketing Plan, and oftentimes, and I'm sure you've been there, we've all been there, scratching your head and saying, boy, should I be on this social media platform or that social media platform? I get advice from people on the web and people telling me this or that. You have to ask yourself, what really is the best social media platform for me to be on? There's a lot to pick from, and there's new ones all the time. Back at the beginning of 2019 into 2018, everybody was like, boy, you should be on TikTok and LinkedIn, and you should be getting customers. And now everybody's on those two platforms, and it's become harder and harder to find marketing leads or sales leads through certain platforms. But this is what I'll tell you, is in the grand scheme of things, your client type, when you decide who your client really is, what makes me the most profit, who's the most likely customer, I have a profile for that type of customer. They live in this area, they're this age, they have this background, maybe they're married, maybe they're unmarried, maybe they have children, maybe they don't have children. Maybe they have a college education, maybe they don't. Maybe they own a particular type of house or a car. Once you have a well-defined client detailed archetype, you understand their profile, then you start to think, okay, based on the social media platforms out there, where is the best place for me to connect to this customer profile? Because even though the newest thing is going to come out, the next social media is going to happen. But if your client doesn't reside on that next social media, then why market there? Why put content there? Why waste your time with platforms that aren't going to be where your customer resides? And if you need help with that, ask a professional, or really do your research and start talking to your client base and saying, hey, do you use social media? What platforms are you on? If you know your 10 best clients that you wish you could repeat them 100 times, ask them. Ask them where they found you. Ask them what social media platforms they commonly do, and ask them, to make sure that your profile is the place where you think it should be. And so having that conversation with your client, having that complete profile will help you to start to select the social media platforms that make sense for your client base. And here's the other secret sauce of that is a lot of businesses say, well, gosh, I got to have YouTube and I got to have this and I got to have that. And, all of a sudden they're posting content on 14 social media platforms. And here's the thing is, I'm not sure you should. I'm not sure you should just find the 3 best social media platforms for where you should be with your digital marketing, and make sure that you do the best 3 for you and your customer profile, and really concentrate on the 3 that make the most sense for your business. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't pick out 14 because you think you're supposed to have 14. If you know your client and your potential client or your perfect client is not on a certain type of social media platform, ignore it. And here's the thing, is there going to be somebody that is on that social media platform? Sure there is. But also, another thing that happens when you talk about social media, and I know this video is a little long, so if you need to pause for just a minute, sip some tea, then we'll get back to it. But here's the very important thing. If you're doing different social media platforms, there's a different audience there. Make sure that you're tailoring your content to the platform you're on and the client you're trying to reach. Too many times I see people making a huge mistake on social media where they're delivering the same content to every platform that they're on. That might not be the best thing to do. If you know that you're delivering to a certain customer profile on a certain social media platform, then only put content that pertains to them, or change the content you're going to do there to be different for that marketplace. And so as a business owner, when you're making your marketing plan, when you're building your social media strategy and tactics that you're going to use, consider not just spreading the same piece of content everywhere. Change that content slightly to address the platform and the target audience you're after, and you'll do a whole lot better. Because just because somebody has been on a certain social media platform doesn't mean that they need the same exact content that's like on your blog or your website. They're getting their information from social media. Pay attention to that and just work that into your tactics and strategies that you're using with your digital marketing content. Anyway, I hope that helps. We'll talk soon. Thanks.